Hello, 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 everybody on YouTube. I am back. It is me, Sports Talk Live. Sure to like and subscribe for more great videos coming soon. So I just finished up here on Twitch, and I'm going to try to keep this one a bit shorter. I know I ran through it yesterday. The picks are not always going to be like yesterday. That one was just testing out to see what people think. I will go more in depth on them. That was just since no games were played. I might do that tomorrow. Might go more into depth, but we will see. But yes, since we're moving away for a bit from MLB Time Capsule, I will still be doing that. Just I'll also be adding this in, and then college basketball and all of that. I want to thank everybody who's been watching my videos. I know the viewership has gotten up to like 7 or 8 because I took a long break from doing this, but I want to thank people who've been watching. Leave comments in the videos if you want. I always like to hear from you. I'm trying to make this community for people, and eventually I do plan to, like I said, branch out at some point, maybe into other topics like science, history. I'm a big history guy, and I know that there might be a history. I know that there might be, a audience for history, and that's something that we could also look into as well. Uh, Something that I'm thinking about doing, and yeah, also doing some live streams as well in the future. But this one's going to be sort of quick today, and I'll do a more in-depth version later. So the AP Top 25 rankings came out. So we have Texas number 1, Penn State number 2, Ohio State number 3, Clemson number 4, Georgia number 5, Notre Dame number 6, Oregon 7, Alabama 8, LSU 9, Miami 10, Arizona State 11, Illinois 12, South Carolina number 13, 14 Michigan, my team 15 Florida, 16 SMU, 17 Kansas, 18 Oklahoma, 19 Texas A&M, 20 Indiana, 21 Ole Miss, 22 Iowa State, 23 Texas Tech, 24 Tennessee, and 25 Boise State. So initially, why is Texas number 1? Well, I know why they're number 1. It's because the NCAA loves the SEC to death like a son, just like they like Notre Dame to death. They don't want to put Ohio State 1 because, SEC makes money. And I know, everybody is getting into this Arch Manning hype. Look, Arch Manning, I need to see more of what he can do. He was good last year, but it was also between him and Clinton Ewers, and you saw what happened in the game against Ohio State. Penn State number 2, I don't really think about that. What has Penn State been doing the last couple of years? And then Ohio State, to me, slap in the face. You are the defending national champions. You should at least be ranked at least number 1 because you won the national title. And I know that they're getting a new quarterback, Julian Sayer. He's a rookie, so I guess that they look at it and say, well, Arch Manning has more experience than him, but still. Notre Dame number 6. I personally don't like Notre Dame, but they're always going to be ranked because the NCAA loves them. Michigan 14. Don't disagree with that. LSU this year, it's put up a shutout for Brian Kelly. He's been talking about for years how good his teams are. Well, Brian, this is your year to show everybody that. Texas A&M, I don't know why they're ranked. Boise State 25. You know who else got votes this year? Army and Navy. I think Army and Navy are going to have a very, very good year. Indiana's not going to last in the polls. They're going to lose. They're going to start off winning like 3-0 because their non-conference schedule is terrible. Miami is in there at number 10. I think this year, Clemson and Miami, I think Miami is better than Clemson. I know people are high on Dabo Swinney. I'm not anymore. I know Kalen DeBoer is back at Alabama, U2. We'll see what happens on that end. Oregon still trying to break through and win their first national title. It's coming sooner rather than later. Not this year, but maybe next year. Texas A&M, I don't know why they're ranked. SMU, I remember the old Pony Express back in the day. That's not what this is, but good to see them ranked again. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of stories this year. And yeah, I appreciate the people that have been watching this. Like I said, eventually I hope to make this more of like a general channel with vastly different topics. I do love sports, and like I said, I do like history as well. I know that a lot of people like to watch a lot of history videos for those that are interested in that. So eventually I may just do a whole variety of stuff. Doesn't just have to be about sports, but I also want to leave it up to the viewers who watch this. Leave me comments. Let me know what you want. You want me to talk about, what you think of the videos, what I could do better, because I'm trying also too to figure out a length for these. I don't know exactly how long to make them. When I do go live on YouTube at the start, we're not going to have a whole lot of people watching because this channel is not that big. But still, if you happen to stumble across it, drop and say hi. I always like talking to people. Like to hear their thoughts, and we'll go from there. But when that happens, I plan to go live like probably around like 8 o'clock or so Eastern time, and look at the scores, see what's going on. They're going to be a little bit longer because it'll be live. So we'll see. And then, we'll just talk about the scores of the day and what happened in some of the games and all of that. That'll be a plan that's coming for live streaming on YouTube. Or on here to YouTube, because I can't live stream yet. I don't think on YouTube. I'll have to see about that. But yeah, that's the plan. And those are my initial thoughts on the ranking. Again, disagree with it. Texas shouldn't be number 1. And by the way, Georgia's number 5. So we'll have to see what happens with Georgia this year. I will say you will be able to get 2 losses and still get in the playoffs. So Penn State, they're going to lose to Ohio State. They'll get in. Ohio State's going to get in even if they lose to Texas week 1, which is essentially the battle for the first ranking. Whoever wins that's going to be the undisputed number 1. But yeah, you get at least 2 losses unless your name is Notre Dame. Notre Dame, because they don't have a conference championship, every loss to them is devastating. But everybody else should get in if they have a good year, but we'll have to see. Yeah, thank you everybody who has been watching. I really do appreciate it. You guys are awesome for watching. Somebody who only has about 30-something subscribers. Hopefully these views can keep going up. I know in the past I did a video on Clayton Kershaw. Maybe I should run another one on him because that got a ton of views, more than I ever thought, and I got so many comments on it. Maybe I should do something like that in the future. But yeah, that is a plan someday. Is I want to expand out, talk about like NASCAR, soccer, other things, make it a well-rounded sports channel, and eventually, like I said, maybe eventually do history talk live, game talk live. That sounds like fun. There's a lot of things that we can do. So yeah, this is Sports Talk Live. I hope that you all have a great night. I hope to be back tomorrow with another video, probably on college football or Major League Baseball. I'll have to see, but we will be doing now 2 videos at least a week. So you got one, I think it was on Sunday or so. No, you got one last night. You're getting one today, and we might do 3 this week. So we'll have to see. But yeah, be sure to subscribe over here on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to the Twitch channel. Almost 200 followers. Working on trying to get affiliate for that, which would help me out a lot. Give me new avenues. Hopefully someday I can become a YouTube partner. That would be fun, and then we can open up donations and do all of that. And, I want to hear from all of you. What you all think. What's your reaction to the NCAA polls? And like I said, we're going to be going through this all season. So as the polls change, I'll let you guys know what I think. And why my Michigan Wolverines ranked 14th. Honestly, they're not making the playoff this year. And if they do, they're not winning the national title. Like I said, Jim Harbaugh was a joke. I didn't like the guy. Never didn't want him as my coach. And now that he's gone, I'll have to see how Sharon Moore is going to fare. But yeah, that's all I have to say. I know that this was kind of quick too, but I did want to get this out because I had said that I would, and I'm going to keep the promise that I made. Yeah, leave me a comment, say hi. Let me know what you all want to see in the future. If you guys have interests in the future and other topics that you want me to do, like history on like presidents or different eras in history, let me know, and I'll see what we can do for that. So thanks everybody, and this is Sports Talk Live, and I'll see you soon.